But there was a moment in there where we give ourselves the opportunity to again look at moments of some of the most influential people as the Beatles and the people that were around the Beatles. Michael Lindsay Hogg, the original director or producer of the Let It Be film that was released, that was the foundation of all of the Get Back documentary with Peter Jackson and Disney and Apple Corp. The whole kind of materialization of that as we've seen it recently. In there, he said, Michael Lindsay Hogg says something so incredible yet so simple. He's like, they're trying to achieve these big things, like throwing a Beatles concert at some in Africa or some massive event. It's like, we think about these and we sometimes when we go to these things, we just take it for granted. Oh, I got my ticket, I'm showing up, I'm having a great time. How many of us actually think about everything and all the choices and all the things that had to happen in order to make that happen? Right? One of the things he says, it's a series of small wins. He says something like it's getting there with small increments. It's getting there with small choices. It's being able to build upon those things little by little until you ultimately get there, right? And you ultimately, whoa, look at what we built. Look at what we created, right? And if we approach things and didn't have, like, sometimes we have these dreams and the first thing we say is, oh, we can't do that with the spears of fear and the daggers of doubt because it's this big exorbitant thing. But when we can't swallow the ocean in one gulp, one sip at a time, right? If we take one sip at a time and we take it one step at a time, one day at a time, one moment at a time, break it down into manageable chunks is what he says. Break it down into manageable chunks. Mark Rober, you say the same thing. Engineering. Break down big problems into manageable chunks. And then you solve one, you build on it. You solve another, you build on it. You solve another, you build on it. And ultimately, you're a rocket scientist for NASA. And then years later, you have your own YouTube channel with an incredible thing to inspire children to become engineers and doing things creatively. Wow. Incredible. Small chunks. If we looked at life as a series of present moments, which are small chunks, and in those moments we had the opportunity to make a choice, we naturally start coming, oh my God, look at these birds. They're incredible. Oh, I've never seen one of these before. He looks like Batman almost, this guy. There's two of them up there. I'll have to get the name in my little bird pamphlet. But small choices. Every moment is an opportunity for a choice. Every big idea has so many small chunks. Every massive project, every massive building, every incredible product we've ever experienced. If you've seen some of those project plans, you would be like, whoa, there's probably 1 million decisions that went into this thing. Truly, by hundreds, sometimes thousands or several thousand people. Everyone is making a choice and everyone is doing an activity and having an experience that's contributing to something that's much bigger. But when we only have the awareness of a perspective that we're trained to have by society and our environments and just the world that we've grown up in, to not look at it that way, we're just going with what we know. But if we can approach it in a way of like every big thing is possible. How is it possible? Because we break it down into small chunks, as Mark Rober says. Thank you, Mark Rober. And thank you for highlighting such an incredible story and with people using engineering for compassion and love in Rwanda and parts of Africa and all of that. And what an incredible story to share. And the incredible Rwandan people. Wow. Unbelievable to have such optimism and such joy and such love after such incredible tragedy 30 years ago. Like, give ourselves the opportunity in small moments to make a choice for something we want. Give ourselves the opportunity in small moments to build upon what we've accepted as truth, that is becoming who we are. And who we are is what creates our reality. And if there's something that's so magical and so awe-inspiring and such an incredibly big dream. Have that dream. And in every moment, give yourself the opportunity to make choices that'll put you in circumstances to get towards that. We can do that. Give ourselves a chance to do that. Ask anyone that's achieved incredible things in their life. And I guarantee you, if they're being honest with themselves and with you, they will tell you a similar story as to how they got to where they are.
I think we've got a perfect quote right here from Disney again. He says, I dream, I test my dreams against my beliefs. I dare to take risks, and I execute my vision to make those dreams come true.
Thank you, Walt Disney, for so clearly defining how you achieve success on a journey instead of looking at success as a destination. That quote right there, Riley, is incredible to help give a perspective to people to consider that is a journey of testing and experimenting.